We moved to this house last June. This place is nearly the middle of nowhere. There's not much light pollution out here. The fire crackles and the world passes through its prism. It's rained so much this spring, the morels are coming up everywhere. Most of the wildflowers have bloomed. Fruit trees have felled every flower petal and begun to push their harvest into the world.
The trick is to cut in there without cutting the canvas because you don't want to be SOL.
When Iowa Magazine asked if I would paint Kurt Vonnegut's portrait, I said yes in a heartbeat. Kurt has been a hero of mine ever since I first read Slaughterhouse-Five. If there's a sort of starting point of the journey of things or the story is you've got a beginning point and an end point, and you know you have to get to it at some point. And you can get to that end point in different fashions. You can have a beginning and an end. Sometimes you start a little higher maybe, and you have something happen against you, and you want to get back to this point, or maybe you want to get to something better. No matter what, you're going to reach some end point, but what happens along the way? When Paul Engel invited Kurt Vonnegut to teach at the Iowa Writers' Workshop in 1965, Kurt was a former car salesman who had no college degree and held no prestige in the publishing world. I suppose he felt a bit out of place. I was released from the Johnson County Jail the evening of my 19th birthday and decided I should be a writer. By 19, I was neither an accomplished criminal nor a law-abiding citizen. Wherever I fell between the two equated to spending time in jail every so often. Upon my release, I walked down to the Iowa River to figure out what direction I wanted to take my life. By sunrise, I figured the only thing I'd loved in life was writing, and so that's what I would do. So this will never be seen again, my friends. This is the spirit that has been tasked with protecting this painting. And after you find it, you hide it away, and you start the actual painting. Though I read constantly, I'd never taken academia seriously. In fact, I failed my senior year English class and hardly graduated high school. But while researching paths to making a living as a writer, I saw one route was to attend a graduate writing program. I read about the Iowa Writers' Workshop, how it was the first and most prestigious writing program in the world. I saw that it was located along the Iowa River, on a hill directly above where I'd spent the night trying to figure out my life. I spent the next 10 years writing furiously. I worked as a concrete finisher, a carpenter, a heavy equipment operator, a grave digger. Most weeks I worked 50 to 60 hours. I wrote every evening. I wrote on lunch breaks. I kept notebooks with me always and set tools down every time an idea or a line of poetry came to me. The winter of 2019, I was hanging drywall with a remodeling crew. I was 29. We were refinishing an apartment complex across the street from the Johnson County Jail. I got a call from Elizabeth Willis, who told me I'd been accepted into the Iowa Writers' Workshop. I'd been accepted into the program with no associate degree or bachelor's degree. I enjoy telling people this because they often think I'm lying. It's the truth. I entered into the Iowa Writers' Workshop graduate program with a high school diploma. When you're studying at the Writers' Workshop, you're studying through a program that, these literary giants, these brilliant writers have passed through. Studying in the same place that Kurt Vonnegut taught, the same place where he wrote a significant portion of Slaughterhouse-Five, is in itself an incredible thing that you really can't teach or learn in a program. It's just one of those tertiary things that makes it its own type of magic. How's about a bit of blue over your eyes here, Kurt? You don't know it yet, but I can't help any of it. I'm trying to contain a piece of you in this moment, pinned to this canvas. I throw the entire rainbow at you, and through all of these bends of light, I see you coming through. I paint you hoping to know you, as we've never said a word, not one to one another. Kurt, I'm painting the shadows over your forehead tonight, painting the shadows around your eyes, beneath your nose and jaw. What is a shadow, Kurt? My shadow holds no human names or allegiance. It is simply the inheritance of what I refuse to see. It's not patriotic, and it doesn't give a damn about slogans. It's feral, it's old, and it's mine whether I want it or not. We find meaning in life from an incorruptible place, the wholeness that dwells at the center of the psyche. It calls to us from dreams, the still voice beneath the noise of personality. To hear it is to risk silence. If you ever hear it clearly, you'll know. I look into your shadows, Kurt. I am blessed by everything I see.